Greetings, Fortniters. This is JikkySef. We're going to use Superman in this match. Finally, Superman is in Fortnite. We got Flash, we got Green Arrow, we got Beast Boy, we got Raven, we got Batman, and now, Superman. In case you guys don't know who Superman is, and you live on another planet or something, Superman is a fictional character and a superhero who first appeared in American comic books, published by DC Comics. The character was created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster. Let's check out our legendary quest from Dr. Sloan here. Get Sloan's orders from a payphone. I think I can do that. We're going to go to Retail Row and handle that business. And then I want to try and shoot over to Dirty Docks and visit Zero Point Batman, which they're mistakenly calling Armored Batman. Clearly, it's Zero Point Batman. So Superman was the character created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster and debuted in the comic book Action Comics #1. I wonder what would have happened if there were AC Comics instead of DC Comics. Is that funny? We've shifted course here to Misty Meadows. There's also a phone booth there we can hit. I thought that'd be a more fun location than Retail Row. I can't remember exactly why I'm coming here. Oh yeah, we have to land at Misty Meadows for 17,000 XP. That was a good reminder. So Superman debuted in Action Comics #1, cover dated June 1938 and published April 18th, 1938. That's a long time ago, friends. Superman has been adapted to a number of other media, which includes radio serials, novels, movies, television shows, and theater. Not to mention video games, including Fortnite. I added that part. Immediately after this match, I'm going to show you the 2 quests that unlock Superman. One of which is gliding through 5 rings over Weeping Woods as Clark Kent, and the second is going into a telephone booth as Clark Kent. So we're back to Wikipedia, learning a little bit more about Superman. Alter ego, Kal-El is his birth name. Clark Joseph Kent is his adopted name. Did you guys know his middle name was Joseph? I didn't. Species, Kryptonian. Place of origin, Kryptonopolis, or Krypton. Smallville Metropolis on Earth. Speaking of Smallville, my band AM Radio song I Just Want to Be Loved was featured on the episode Red, Season 2 of Smallville, when Clark Kent and Lana Lang kissed for the very first time. I think that was like a 2-minute kiss. Pretty crazy. Pretty awesome for us though. We had our song on the show for 2 minutes. And we were also on the series soundtrack, the Talon Mix. Team affiliations, Justice League, Legion of Superheroes, Superman Family. Partnerships, Supergirl, Superboy, Superdog, his name is Crypto, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Excuse me while I take this phone call.
The rate of alien abductions is far above expectations. This isn't just for study. It's like they want to abduct everyone at least once. We need to know why. Learn everything you can about the abductions. The why, the how, the who. And try not to get abducted too many times.
I hear someone down here. Always someone trying to interrupt what I'm doing. You ever have that happen? You're trying to get a quest done, and someone's just up in your business. That's what happened when I turned into Superman for the first time. I could fly a saucer for 0 Point Batman. Once you've gone in the telephone booth once, you cannot go back in it. I'm trying to go in right now. It's not working for me. Superman's abilities. Check this out. Superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility, durability, senses, and longevity. Ocular powers, heat vision, electromagnetic spectrum vision, microscopic vision, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, and infrared vision. Superhuman breath, freezing breath, wind breath, invulnerability, accelerated healing, and flight. Those are some pretty cool abilities. I'm still working on one of those. Superman was born on the planet Krypton and was given the name Kal-El at birth. As a baby, his parents sent him to Earth in a small spaceship moments before Krypton was destroyed in a natural cataclysm. His ship landed in the American countryside near the fictional town of Smallville. He was found and adopted by farmers Jonathan and Martha Kent, who named him Clark Kent. As you can see, we've picked up a Prop-ifier, brand new weapon in the game. No one will notice me as a nutcracker running around, right? That would be good for the end of the year. Not right now, I don't think. We'll use that later in the match, see how good it is. Alright, Clark developed various superhuman abilities, such as incredible strength and impervious skin. His adopted parents advised him to use his abilities for the benefit of humanity, and he decided to fight crime as a vigilante. To protect his privacy, he changes into a colorful costume and uses the alias Superman when fighting crime. Clark Kent resides in the fictional American city of Metropolis, where he works as a journalist for the Daily Planet. Superman's supporting characters include his love interest and fellow journalist, Lois Lane, Daily Planet photographer Jimmy Olsen, and editor-in-chief Perry White. His arch-enemy is Lex Luthor, a mad scientist and ruthless businessman. His other enemies are Darkseid, Brainiac, General Zod, Doomsday, Metallo, and more, including Bloodsport, who they've also introduced to Fortnite. Superman is the classic archetype of the superhero character. He wears an outlandish costume, uses a codename, and fights evil with the aid of extraordinary abilities. Although there are earlier fictional characters who arguably fit this definition, such as Zorro and the Phantom, it was Superman who popularized the superhero genre and established its conventions. He was the best-selling superhero character in American comic books up until the 1980s. So it wasn't Batman, it was Superman. Very interesting. What about the Avengers, or Spider-Man? Speaking of Spider-Man, he has yet to come into the game. When is that going to happen? Creation and conception. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster met in 1932 while attending Glenville High School in Cleveland and bonded over their admiration of fiction. Siegel aspired to become a writer and Shuster aspired to become an illustrator. That sounds like a match made in heaven, right? I have a quest pending where I have to fly a saucer. So to fly a saucer, I gotta take one down. Oh, check out this pickup. That looks exactly like something young Clark Kent would have driven on the farm. Alright, back to the creation and conception. So we're talking about Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster as we take down this UFO. They created Superman, the writer and the illustrator. Siegel wrote amateur science fiction stories, which he self-published as a magazine called Science Fiction, the advanced guard of future civilization. His friend Shuster often provided illustrations for his work. In January 1933, Siegel published a short story in his magazine titled The Reign of the Superman. The titular character is a homeless man named Bill Dunn, who is tricked by an evil scientist into consuming an experimental drug. The drug gives Dunn the powers of mind reading, mind control, and clairvoyance. He uses these powers maliciously for profit and amusement, but then the drug wears off, leaving him a powerless vagrant again. Shuster provided illustrations depicting Dunn as a bald man. Kind of like Lex Luthor, that's pretty funny. Siegel and Shuster shifted into making comic strips. with a focus on adventure and comedy. They wanted to become syndicated newspaper strip authors, so they showed their ideas to various newspaper editors. However, the newspaper editors told them that their ideas weren't sensational enough. Here's some sensationalism for you. Superman flying with a chicken. How do you like that? If they wanted to make a successful comic strip, it had to be something more sensational than anything else on the market. This prompted Siegel to revisit Superman as a comic strip character. Siegel modified Superman's powers to make him even more sensational. Like Bill Dunn, the second prototype of Superman is given powers against his will by an unscrupulous scientist. But instead of psychic abilities, he acquires superhuman strength and bulletproof skin. You could almost say he was the sensational Superman based on his origin story. Alright, we're heading over to Dirty Docks right now. We're going to try and see if we can catch 0 Point Batman before the storm comes. Good luck with that. He's just right down there by those 2 cranes. And we'll see if he's still there. It's kind of late in the match, so I doubt it. Dirty Docks. That's pretty funny. When I was taking Batman into Fortnite, I had him go down to Dirty Docks to try and clean it up. I don't see Batman, but I do see an opponent. We're going to try and toss him into the storm real quick. That's a sweet little move. Let's see if we take him out or not. We'll find out in a second. No, it looks like he made it out. That's alright, I'm gonna shoot these laser beams at him. Come on now. You could run, but you can't hide. As if Superman needs a flying saucer. Almost took him out of the game. These laser beams are pretty weak, at 30 damage per strike. Alright, where'd he go? 17,000 XP for dealing damage in a vehicle. Alright, we're gonna let him go for now. And try and move up this hillside. Nope, someone else is shooting at me. Same guy or someone else? There's one hit. It's a one-hit wonder. Now it's a two-hit wonder. Is that the same guy or a different guy? Oh, he's a sitting duck right here. And there's someone else entering the fray. You guys remember the band The Fray? Alright, someone stole my elimination. Now you're gonna pay for that. Come on. Just can't seem to take this guy out. Alright, one more hit and you're gone. Next. Got him. Finally. How many shots did I fire from this UFO? Alright, let's go down and collect our loot. I hope you guys are enjoying my origin story of Superman. I wonder if any of you knew this stuff. I know I didn't know half of it. Additionally, this new Superman was a crime-fighting hero instead of a villain, because Siegel noted that comic strips with heroic protagonists tended to be more successful. Duh. In later years, Siegel once recalled that this Superman wore a bat-like cape in some panels, but typically, he and Schuster agreed there was no costume yet, and there is none apparent in the surviving artwork. Siegel and Schuster showed the second concept of Superman to Consolidated Book Publishers based in Chicago in May 1933. Consolidated had published a proto-comic book titled Detective Dan, Secret Operative 48. It contained an all-original story as opposed to reprints of newspaper strips, which was a novelty at the time. Siegel and Schuster put together a comic book in a similar format called The Superman. A delegation from Consolidated visited Cleveland that summer on a business trip, and Siegel and Schuster took the opportunity to present their work in person. Although Consolidated expressed interest, they later pulled out of the comics business without ever offering a book deal because the sales of Detective Dan were disappointing. I wonder whatever happened to Detective Dan. I'm just playing. Siegel believed publishers kept rejecting them because he and Schuster were young and unknown. So he looked for an established artist to replace Schuster. Alright, we're just gonna fight this dude down here real quick. Ooh, we got a nice hit. That was a surprise. Got another hit. And it looks like I'm going down now. Here comes Superman. Got him. When Siegel told Schuster what he was doing, Schuster reacted by burning their rejected Superman comic, sparing only the cover. That's kind of extreme, right? They continued collaborating on other projects, but for the time being, Schuster was through with Superman. Siegel wrote to numerous artists. The first response came in July 1933 from Leo O'Mealia, who drew the Fu Manchu strip for the Bell Syndicate. In the script that Siegel sent to O'Mealia, Superman's origin story changes. He is a scientist adventurer from the far future when humanity has naturally evolved superpowers. Imagine that if we all had superpowers. What would you guys want? Invisibility, super strength, flight? I'll take them all. Just before the Earth explodes, he escapes in a time machine to the modern era, whereupon he immediately begins using his superpowers to fight crime. O'Mealia produced a few strips and showed them to his newspaper syndicate, but they were rejected. O'Mealia did not send to Siegel any copies of his strips, and they have been lost. Imagine getting a hold of those. That'd be worth a mint. In June 1934, Siegel found another partner, an artist in Chicago named Russell Keaton. Keaton drew the Buck Rogers and Sky Roads comic strips. In the script that Siegel sent Keaton in June, Superman's origin story further evolved. In the distant future, when Earth is on the verge of exploding due to giant cataclysms, the last surviving man sends his 3-year-old son back in time to the year 1935. The time machine appears on a road where it is discovered by motorists, Sam and Molly Kent. They leave the boy in an orphanage, but the staff struggle to control him because he has superhuman strength and impenetrable skin. The Kents adopt the boy and name him Clark, and teach him that he must use his fantastic natural gifts for the benefit of humanity. In November, Siegel sent Keaton an extension of his script, an adventure where Superman foils a conspiracy to kidnap a star football player. The extended script mentions that Clark puts on a special uniform when assuming the identity of Superman, but it is not described. Keaton produced 2 weeks' worth of strips based on Siegel's script. In November, Keaton showed his scripts to a newspaper syndicate, but they too were rejected, and he abandoned the project. That's a lot of rejection. Superman almost never was. Alright, we're just running around as a bush here, making great use of the Prop-ifier gun. Let's see how good of a disguise this actually is. A bush hiding behind a tree. Pay no mind. Siegel and Schuster reconciled and resumed developing Superman together. The character became an alien from the planet Krypton. Schuster designed the now familiar costume, tights with an S on the chest, overshorts, and a cape. They made Clark Kent a journalist who pretends to be timid, and conceived his colleague, Lois Lane, who is attracted to the bold and mighty Superman, but does not realize that he and Kent are the same person. That's kind of a shoddy describe. He just puts on glasses. Kind of like this bush here that glitches out. Let's see if anyone recognizes me way over here. Alright, there's still 4 people left in this game somehow. 2 of them are fighting over there to the left, and I have a feeling that the other one is to the right. So there's a lot more on Superman's origin on Wikipedia. I'll let you guys find that for yourselves. I'm just going to finish this up by reading the end of it. The duo's revised version of Superman appeared in the first issue of Action Comics, which was published on April 18th, 1938. The issue was a huge success thanks to Superman's feature. And it looks like this bush didn't hide me too well. Just like that tree's not hiding you. Got a couple nice hits on him. There's a loot drop. Should I go for it? I'm just kidding. Too late in the game. Alright, there's only 3 players left. There's the guy dead ahead and someone to the left. Let's see if we can take this one out. And it looks like the other opponent is shooting at him also. And it looks like they got a nice hit on me. We'll just shield back up here. I thought Superman's skin was impenetrable. I guess not in Fortnite. I can't wait to unlock Shadow Superman. We're just going to cruise over here for a second. And the storm is going to push me forward, as usual. And there's 1 player left, but they just took me out. Cozy Jedi, the game is yours. Alright, let's have some fun here. I'm going to show you exactly how I unlocked Superman. So first I had to do the quest that unlocked the Clark Kent skin. You saw those rewards being collected in the last video. And check it out, there's Bunker Jonesy. He was featured in the last video too. Alright, here we go. Clark Kent, gliding through 5 rings over Weeping Woods. And we turn into Superman to do this, of course. Almost done. And the last ring. I am now Lord of the Rings. Just kidding. Alright, and there's where we have to go into a phone booth and unlock the Superman skin for good. Here we go, jumping into the phone booth as Clark Kent. Bam! Superman skin unlocked. Oh, and there's a sweaty Superman, taking me out almost immediately. Of course. And there's the rewards. Superman's cape back bling. Neither bird nor plane. Secret identity. Tell no one. I mean no one. Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter. Style Superman. Loving it. The Daily Planet back bling. Straight from the source. Don't tell J. Jonah Jameson. And don't forget to support a creator, JikkySef. That spells JikkySef. I'm also a superhero. I don't have any powers though. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great Fortnite.